welcome to our session. And today we are going to learn chapter number 6, Rocks and Minerals. We have already learned about this chapter in our previous part 1. Today we discussed about this chapter and we take part 2 of this chapter. In this chapter, in our previous session, we have discussed about the minerals, how we can get the minerals, lava, magma, different types of rocks will be created using different types of processes, and how they get heat from the under surface of the earth when they come up, and they will be converted into different types of rocks and create the rocks. Some types of also we have under the water rocks. Okay, today we will discuss about the first, metamorphic rocks. It is a second type of rocks. It is metamorphic rocks. Inside the earth we have already discussed about the, if we go inside the earth, we can get the heat underside of the inside the earth. Heat and pressure change the form of sub-igneous and sedimentary rocks. We have already discussed about the igneous rocks and sedimentary rocks. So the igneous rocks and the sedimentary rocks under the inside the earth, they get the heat and pressure change. They get the heat and pressure. These pressure and heat change the igneous and sedimentary rocks. These are called metamorphic rocks. So that means the igneous rocks and the sedimentary rocks, which they where when they grow in when they go inside the earth, they get the heat and the heat change their form. These are called the metamorphic rocks. So in this session we will also discuss about the different types of metamorphic rocks. First, slate. The slate is the first example of metamorphic rocks. The slate, we can see the slate is in dark in color. You have already seen about and also known about the slate, because when we study at our schools times, we used slate. Now time we do not use slate, we write in our notebooks, but in our previous classes when we started our study, first we write letters on slate using this type of slate. So you have already known about the slate. Slate always dark in color. Which type of slate? Almost black color, you can see. Also the different types of colors also available in your market. Some types of toys using the slate rock, they make the different types of toys which you have already used for different activities. So first slate is an example of metamorphic rock. Slate is in dark in color and almost used in making slate for tiles, then after blackboard, etc. Blackboard, you have already seen the different types of blackboard are used in our schools. In our school, at present we use green color, but we have also seen the black color board. This is one type of a slate rock. Using slate rock, they made the blackboard which we have used in our school for study. So slate rock is also useful to our life in many ways. Then after that, second example of metamorphic rock is marble. You have already seen the different types of marble available to different places, to making home, to making different types of, we can see the different types of marbles will be used. Marble is also metamorphosed sedimentary rock formed from limestone. Marble can be formed from limestone. About limestone we have also discussed in our previous session. So marble is formed from the limestone, and marble is used for flooring. Flooring, that means we use the different types of tiles. We can see the tiles at our home, at other many places. We can see the tiles. Then after making statues, Marble is also used for making statues. You have seen the different types of statues. We have also the different type of statues available different places. For example, in temples you can also see the statues of Devi. They also use the some type of marble to making the statues. Then after also use for ornamental use, they also use the marble for ornamental use. So marble is also the second type of metamorphic rocks which are very useful to us. We can see the different types of things will be made from the marble, using the marble at flooring, at many places, at many houses we can see the marble also. Then after the third type is gneiss. Gneiss is also the type of metamorphic rocks, and gneiss is formed from the igneous rock. Gneiss will be formed from the igneous rock, and it is one type of granite used in buildings. Gneiss is most of used to construct the building because it is one type of granite. So we use this type of gneiss will be used for construct the buildings. Then after quartzite. Quartzite is also the one type of metamorphic rock. It is very hard rock. Quartzite is hardened than compared to other rock. It is hard rock and comes from the sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks, that means we can see the tiny particles of sand can make together the stones. That means sedimentary rock. Quartzite is one type of sedimentary rock, and it is very hard because they made up from sandstone and used for constructions flooring. They are also used for making construction for flooring because we need the hard flooring. So quartzite also used for constructing to flooring. Then after also for ornaments and glass industries. Glass industries, the industries which will be made the glass, different types of glass which are very useful to us. So industries which make glass, these industries also use this type of rocks. It is very hard, so it is also used for the flooring. Then after students, we will discuss about the minerals. So first we have look about the different types of metamorphic rocks. They have different example. First slate, then after marble, then after third number gneiss, and fourth number quartzite. They are different to each other at use. Also they have different features. Using their features, according to their features, their use are different. Now we will discuss about the minerals. Mineral have also two types, metallic and non-metallic minerals. So now we discuss about the minerals. So minerals are the naturally occurring chemical substances which may have a simple or complex form. Minerals are the naturally occurring which have a chemical substances. We can get the minerals which are naturally occurring chemical substances which may have a simple or complex form. Which have simple or complex. You have already known about the what is the meaning of simple and what is meaning of complex. So in minerals we can get the simple or complex both form. We have also some types of minerals. The first is metallic minerals and the second is non-metallic minerals. So first, in metallic minerals, the minerals from which useful metals can be extracted are called metallic minerals. In minerals we can get the from minerals we can get the useful metals. These are called the metallic minerals. For example, we have some example of metallic minerals: aluminum, iron, copper, gold and silver. Aluminum, iron, copper, gold and silver. These are the example of metallic minerals, and the metallic minerals are also useful to according their types. These metals have a wide range of applications in jewelry. In jewelry, we use the metallic minerals. For example, in jewelry, people almost use this to wear jewelry, different types jewelry from making from gold and silver. And gold and silver are the example of metallic minerals which are useful to us, because always women like to wear different types of ornaments. Girls like to wear different types of ornaments. Using the ornament, they attend their different types functions in daily routine. Also, female use different types of ornaments of silver and gold also. And these types of ornaments we will get from the metallic minerals. So gold and silver, the metals which are very useful to us. Then after, in also constructions also use the metallic mineral. For example, they have aluminum, iron, copper. They also use the construction site areas. Then after, also in electric appliances, in electric things, you can see the copper and aluminum, iron, different features are available in metallic minerals. So they use in different ways. For example, gold and silver used to make more ornaments. Then after, also in construction side, we can get electric appliance using the metallic minerals. For example, copper, iron. So it is the first type of mineral, metallic minerals. Then after, our other type is non-metallic minerals. First, we have discussed about the first type of mineral, which metallic minerals. Now non-metallic minerals, the minerals resources which do not contain metals are called non-metallic minerals. The minerals which do not contain metals, which contain metals, are called metallic minerals, and which do not contain metals are called non-metallic minerals. We have also some example of non-metallic minerals. For example, potassium, phosphorus, limestone, gravel, oil, coal, and petroleum are the examples of non-metallic minerals. Minerals which contain metal are called metallic minerals, and minerals which do not contain metal are called non-metallic minerals. In metallic minerals, we can see the aluminum, copper, iron, silver, gold, which are useful to us in many ways. In non-metallic minerals, we can see the potassium, phosphorus, then after limestone, gravel, oil, coal, and petroleum are the some example of non-metallic minerals. The features of metallic minerals and non-metallic minerals are different to each other. So the use of metallic minerals are different and the use of non-metallic are different, but they both are useful to us, because we have seen here the example of non-metallic potassium, phosphorus, then after limestone, gravel. Limestone, gravel are also used at different places for different our purpose. Then after, oil, coal, and petroleum are also the example of non-metallic mineral. So students, now about the coal. What is a coal? Coal is formed from the remains of plants and other vegetants that lived millions of years ago. That means, how we can get coal? The coal is formed from the plants and other vegetation that lived millions of years ago. Then after dying, that got burning. After dying, they got burning under the marshy regions and started to decay. The plants and the other things which live on earth millions years ago, they live. Then after some time they will die, and after dying they get the heat under the earth, because we have already known that much heat is available under the earth. Because of the heat, because of the hot atmosphere, they start to burning under the earth after they died and started to decay. then after we can get coal from their bodies, because after decaying the plants and the different types of vegetations, the things will be died, then after they go under the soil, under the earth, and they get the much heat under the surface of the earth, and because of this earth they will fire and become in the coal. So we can get coal from these type of things. In India, coal, we can find the coal are situated in the places like Raniganj, Dhanbad, Neyveli. We can see the coal is, we can find out the coal are situated in some places in India, for example Raniganj, Dhanbad and Neyveli. So how we can get the coal? Coal is a form of the decaying plants and vegetations will be die and go under the surface of the earth, and then after they get the heat of the earth and convert into coal, and we get the coal. Coal is one type of fossil fuel which we use at our home to making food as a fire in stove, because it is one type of fossil fuel, so we can use at our different purposes. Then after, petroleum. Petroleum is also the one type of fossil fuel like coal. For example, petrol, diesel, kerosene, etc. are the example of petroleum, one type of fossil fuel which are useful to us at many ways. For example, to drive vehicles, other types. Coal is used also for driving steam. Then after, other uses of coal is also. Then after, petroleum, most petroleum we use to drive vehicle and other things also. Kerosene is also used to different ways. Diesel is also useful to us, and petrol is also very useful to us. If we want to go at one place to another place, we want first our vehicle. By bike we use two wheelers, also four wheelers, to go at one place to other place. How we can go, how we will go from one place to another place? If we want to go from one place to another place, then we want vehicles to going. So we use different types of vehicles in our life, and how we will drive these types of vehicle. For using these vehicles, we want fuel, we want petrol. Some cars also use diesel. And how we get this type of fuel? We get this type of fuel from petroleum. And how petroleum will form? It is we can get from the aquatic areas. For example, aquatic plants, aquatic animals will be died, and they go under the surface of the water, and because of the heat also available there under the surface of the soil. We have already seen in coal is from the heat of the under surface of the earth. Like aquatic animals, aquatic plants will be died, and the some sediments will be cover them, and after covering them, they will be converted into petroleum form, and this way we can get the petroleum. First, the animals which live in water and other types of aquatic plants will be died, and the sediments will cover them, and after covering them, after some time, they will be converted in petroleum, and we can get the petrol from these areas. To pump petroleum out, oil wells are drilled along the ocean shores. That means in areas which petroleum available, they can use the pump to take out the petrol from the areas, from the inside of the areas. Most of the oil wells are found near the Gulf of Mexico. Like these type of wells, we can most of find out at the near the Gulf of Mexico. They pump out the oil from the under surface of the area. Then after, dry cleaning and in medical processes, in cosmetic industries, and other many places we use the different types of petroleum. For example, we have already discussed about the petrol, diesel and kerosene, how we use the different types of petroleums at our different purposes. Then after, we also use the petroleum for dry cleaning. All people also want to dry clean their clothes for different occasions, and using also the petrol for dry cleaning their clothes. Then after, in medical processes also use the petroleum. Then after, the cosmetic industries also use the petrol, different types of petroleum. Then after, many other places, in different types of many other places, they will be also used. So students, first we have discussed about the again the definition of mineral. In our starting session, we have, in our previous session at starting, we have also discussed about the minerals. Then after, the other things about the minerals, other types of the rocks, which type of rocks where we used, according to our purpose we use the different types of rocks. So then after, the today we have discussed about the metallic minerals and non-metallic minerals. Metallic minerals and non-metallic minerals, that means the minerals from which useful metals can be extracted are called the metallic minerals, and the minerals which do not contain metals are called non-metallic minerals. In metallic minerals, we can see the aluminum, iron, copper, gold and silver. They have different types of features, so we use them according to our purposes, according to their features. Then after, the non-metallic minerals are also available. Some example of potassium, phosphorus. Then after, limestone, gravel, oil, coal and petroleum are the example of them. Then after, we have discussed about the coal and petroleum, which both are the one type of fossil fuel which are very useful to us in our life at different ways. So students, in this chapter we have discussed about the different types of rocks, and after, the metallic minerals and also the non-metallic minerals, and the use of the different rocks, how they will be formed. Okay, so our chapter number 6 is completed here.